How do we estimate GDP? This is the point we discussed. There we have studied there are two methods for estimating the GDP. One is taking the value of finished goods, that is the total value of goods, and second one is taking the value added at each stage. So with these two methods we estimate GDP. What is GDP? It is national income. That means GDP is a technical term used to measure the national income. So for every year we find production of goods. Then year in the sense we know that the general year starts from January and ends with December. In economics we have financial year. So what is a financial year? A year starts with April and ends with March. Now this is 2021st year. But what is the financial year of 2021st? It is April 2021 and ends with March 2022. So that is the financial year. So your GDP is calculated for every financial year, which starts with April and ends with March of next year. So here, while calculating the GDP, we have discussed that the total value of all the goods, that is finished goods, what you call final goods, have to be taken into account. So here the total value of the final goods and services are taken at market value. Which value? Market value. Always GDP records the value of the final goods and services at market value. Okay. Here the value of the goods and services are recorded in two ways. One is at a production level, another is at a market level. So GDP is calculated here at a market value to get the true value of the goods and services. So GDP records the value of the goods and services at a market value. Which value? Market value. Understand? And here we know that it is a final goods. Okay, why should we take the final goods? It is the good which is final, that is going for consuming. That means it is used for our purpose. When a good becomes final, after that there won't be any kind of further production process. Coming to paddy, we have seen paddy is not a final good. From the paddy we get rice. So rice is a final good which is taken from the paddy, right? For example, tires in automobile, engine of a car, or intermediate goods, they cannot be used directly by the consumer. So how can we decide a good is final? When it is used directly and it is not used for further production process, then it becomes a final good. We have seen in making idli and dosa. So a good may final or not depends on the situation where it is used, right? We discussed it. Rice we take for the purpose of eating at home, that is final. But a hotelier, when he purchases the rice and with that he produces idli and dosa, then idli and dosa becomes a final product. Okay, so why don't we take intermediate goods when calculating GDP, right? Intermediate goods are under process of producing the goods. Final goods are finished products. So if you take the value of intermediate goods, it becomes adding twice. That means double counting the value of the goods. So economists suggested to take the value of all final goods. Which goods? Final goods. That means finished goods, which will not go for producing process in further stage. The goods which directly consumed are called final goods. So economists suggested while calculating the GDP, they have to take final goods and services, and that too at a market value. Which value? Market value. Here, look at this slide. What do you find here? A car is a final product. Shoes, a final product. Bag, chair. So these goods are final. Its value to be taken while estimating the GDP or calculating the GDP. These are intermediate goods in the second slide. Can we use bricks here? No. Bricks are used to construct a house. The house is the final product. Cement we cannot use directly. It is intermediate product. So it is further processed in the construction of buildings or maybe the laying the roads, right? So if you take the value of this cement here and taking the value of a building in which already the value of the cement is added. So economists suggested to avoid a double counting of the value of the goods, they suggested to take final goods. Okay, intermediate goods are processed in the process of producing the goods. So these are intermediate goods. Instead, they are not taken while calculating the GDP. Instead, so there are many other items in the market which are not sold. That means which are not purchased in the market. What are those? You just think of this. For example, the work done by your mother at home. Your mother prepares food for you. She sweeps the home. She washes the clothes. So, does she getting any income for all those activities? No. So that is the work for which payment is not made. It means it is unpaid work. Your mother is cooking the food. She is not getting any wages for that work, right? Cleaning the house, there also any payment is not made to her. Organizing the home means keeping everything in a proper way, sweeping the home, okay, maintaining the what the house in a proper way. For that she is not getting any wages, right? And bringing up the children, you are the children, so your mother cooks for you, uh, and teaches the important things to you. She takes care of you, uh, she takes care of your people growing up. For all these works she is not paid. That means it is unpaid worker. Unpaid worker. Mother is tending the plants, looking after the cattle at home, right? So in all these activities, what do we see? She is not paid any work as any payment. That means it is unpaid work. Unpaid work. Understand? So in this way, the unpaid work is not considered while calculating the GDP. Okay. What is GDP? It denotes the national income, right? So national income in the sense for every work the payment is made. Whatever the goods are produced, for that payment is made. Understand? And here the mother is not getting any payment for her work. So that is unpaid work. Understand? In many of the institutions we see that the payment is not paid for the work they do after the limited working hours. That means beyond the working hours we see they do some extra work, for that the payment is not made, right? And that is also not considered while calculating the GDP because they are not getting payment. So here GDP is calculated for the activities where payment is made, okay, where the income is generated from the work. Such work is taken into account while calculating the GDP, right? So GDP is calculated at market value, first thing, and second thing is that it is calculated taking the total value of final goods and services. And third is unpaid work is not taken into account while calculating the GDP. And GDP is estimated in two ways. One is with the total value of the goods, and second is value added at each stage. Understand? So the GDP, when it increases, it means that the national income is increasing, right? From last year to this year to the next year, in the period of a time, what do we see that the national income should go on rising up? When the national income rises, we says that nation is moving towards development, right? If there is no growth in GDP, if there is no what to call it, increasement in the national income, where the GDP is constant, we says that nation is not developing. So it is very essential to identify whether a nation is moving towards development or not, right? So let us see that what happened to these sectors. Okay, we know that national income is taken from the three sectors, that is agriculture sector, industrial sector, and service sector. Okay, so let us see that whether our nation is moving towards development or not. Okay, how do we know this? We know this by taking the value of the goods and services produced in three sectors. Okay, whether the agriculture sector is growing or not, whether the income coming from industrial sector and service sector is increasing or not, these things we have to calculate. Okay, so which of the sector is contributing much more? that sector should be given top priority, and which of the sectors are not contributing for the growth of the GDP, those sectors should be focused to increase their contribution in a national income, right? When the goods and services are produced much and much more, then the GDP also increases, right? So we have to know that what is the contribution for increasing in GDP out of the three sectors. So the size of the GDP increases when there is more and more goods and services are produced. Or not? Let us see that which of the sector is contributing for increasing the GDP. Okay. What do you see here? It is a slide showing the what increment in the GDP instant. In 1 year, how it is GDP. Okay. Look at here. This is all the bars shown. Okay. This is 1 year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth, sixth, seventh. Okay. So what do you see here? There is continuous rise in the what to call a line, curve line. So it means that in the national income, that is GDP, is increasing. So whether the GDP is increasing or not, it is very essential to know that when where a nation is moving towards progress or not. In the textbook, we have a table. Understand what that? A table showing that what happened to the GDP from 2009 to 2010. Okay, the values are given in the textbook. Okay, open the textbook after the class and see there. Okay, it is 2009 to 2010 that is given there. Okay, so if you look at the values of GDP decreased. So it is very important to know that which sector is contributing much more to the growth of the GDP instead, right? And which sector is not contributing to the growth of GDP, which is not contributing, that should be focused. What changes we have to bring in order to increase the contribution from the sector which is contributing very low, so that we can take actions and change our strategies to increase the water national income, so that our nation falls in the water developed nation. Okay, so whether a nation is moving towards progress or not is very essential. For that, it is very essential to know that which of the sector is contributing for the growth of the GDP. Instead, we know that today the nations are classified into developed countries and developing countries, right? So some of the developed countries, Japan, then Britain, France, Germany, America, in their development stage, they have focused on agriculture. Which sector? On agriculture and agriculture related activities. So in the initial stage of developed countries, they focused on agriculture, fishing, poultry instead. They have contributed much more to the GDP. So which of the sector become very important for the growth of GDP in the initial stage of the developed countries? It is agriculture sector. Which sector? Agriculture sector given much importance in the developed countries in their developing stage. Okay, to the GDP they have contributed much more. Later what happened? Some changes have come in farming methods. Earlier, they cultivated the crops in a traditional way. when technology become the part of our life, the technology used in agriculture field, harvesters, uh, for sowing the seeds, machines are used. For cutting the crop, machines are used. Instant. So much of the activities in agriculture sector, they used machines. So the production style has changed with the help of the water technology. So when technology used, the production increased much more. Understand? So agriculture production has what increased, right? This is what early stage. Everything done by manually. Okay, and here you see that harvester machine is there, or not? So this machine is used to cut the crop. So this can do the work in a easy way. Okay, taking very little time. So technology made the agriculture sector to increase its production. So agriculture sector production increased when farming methods are changed. Understand? It produced much more food than what you call previous years, where the traditional way is used. Understand? Then later, many people who are in that agriculture field, they left it and taken the what other activities. What do you mean by other activities? They have joined what other livelihoods. Understand? There were increasing number of the craft persons and traders. When agriculture production made by some people with the technology, other people have shifted to what craft persons. So there were increasing number of craft persons, traders in developed countries in their developing stage. Okay, these all are the what craft persons. Some of the workers have gone for what pot making. Here it is given. Look at here. This is the pot making, and some have taken the what to call a craft work, that is woodcutter. Understand? Making the what is woodcutter, not what you call a furniture maker. Okay, then another is what woodcutter. Some have taken the what handloom persons. So people have taken different what to call it activities, that is craft activities they have taken when agriculture production met by the what to call changing farm methods. Instant farm methods have been changed, so that what agriculture sector production has met by the what few people. So remaining people have gone to the what other sectors by adopting different craft activities. Understand? So in this way, gradually we see that number of traders, craft persons increased in those nations. Understand? Somehow taken the activity of traders, wholesale traders, retail traders. Understand? Somehow established shops for selling the what cloths. Somehow taken the what vegetable markets. Understand? Some enter into vegetables. So in this way, many of the traders and craft persons increased. Understand? So later what happened? The people started buying the goods, and selling activities increased many more times. Understand? Due to the what increasing in traders and craft persons, buying and selling activities increased many times in those countries. Instead, look at what do you see? It's a market where people are purchasing number of goods. Instead, so rulers, that means the government also employed large number of people in their administration activity, and they recruited people into the army for giving protection to the what nation. Understand? So many people have entered into the army and other administrative works. Okay, because agriculture sector has met by the what the new farming methods brought into the agriculture sector. So at that stage, what happened in the developed nations, the focus they given importance to agriculture sector shifted to the what industrial sector, where goods production become very important. So in the second stage, what happened here, the focus shifted from agriculture sector to production of goods in industries. That means most goods produced in second stage are not from agriculture sector. They are from the what? Industrial sector. Understand? So in the initial stage, agriculture sector and its related sectors become very important. When agriculture sector turned to be good with the changed farming methods, then the focus shifted from agriculture sector to industrial sector. That is in the second stage it happened. Okay, so agriculture related activities increased in initial stage. Gradually it is shifted to what? Industrial sector. New methods of producing goods came up into the existence. Factories were established, industries were established, many industries started expanding. Slowly, they focused on industries. So, what I am saying here, initial stage they focused on agriculture sector. When technology has come into agriculture sector, then craft persons, traders have increased. So many people started buying the goods, selling the goods. These activities increased. When buying and selling activities increased, it made the what to call industries to produce much more goods to meet the requirements of the people. So gradually the focus shifted from agriculture sector to industrial sector. Understand? So those people who worked earlier in agriculture sector, they started to work in industries. Instead, they started to work in factories. So slowly, the important sector is industrial sector in the second stage. Okay, earlier where agriculture sector become very important, that sector importance reduced due to the changing scenario in the course of time, so that industrial sector has become very important. Many people have adapted to join the water factories and industries instead. So employment opportunities in industries have increased, so that what people left from agriculture sector and joined the what industries. But the employment opportunities in industries have not increased up to the mark. That means it has not provided required employment source for the people. Still, many people at that time depending on agriculture sector is there. Understand? Gradually, from second stage that the people moved to the water service sector. People began to use more number of goods. Understand? So the industrial sector was given importance in the second stage. There was mass production of goods in the factories at a very lower rates, and those goods reached the what markets all over the world. So people able to buy the goods from the market as the production was on a large scale. Instead, look at that here. What do you see? The production has increased. So for those countries where agriculture sector was important, it is shifted to what industrial production. Gradually, industrial sector become very important for the production of goods and providing the employment in second stage. Okay, in what we are discussing here, we are discussing about the changes of these sectors uh, in developed countries. In developed countries, in their beginning stage, in their developing stage, they've given priority and focus to the agriculture sector. Gradually it is shifted to what? Industries. So industrial sector has become very important for the process of production and employment. Understand? So the importance of these sectors changed from agriculture sector to industries in the second stage. Understand? Later, we see that here industries have produced much more goods. This happened in the second stage. After that, in the past 50 years, there was another change in developed nations. That is the shift from industries to service sector. Okay, it may be the production or giving the employment. They turn to what? Industries, from industries to what is service sector. So what do we see here in develop today? What we are saying as developed countries, those are developed today because they have changed their focus from agriculture sector to which one? Agriculture sector to industries, and industries to what? Service sector. Understand? So this change has come from agriculture to industries, industries to what is service sector.